So we now know what insurance is. But why did you pick insurance? Or did it pick you?
I'll be honest with you, Quinn. I didn't pick insurance. Insurance picked me. Insurance picked me. It's an interesting story. I was actually approached on multiple occasions, and given the offer, but I mean, hence in Lucia, when you have a government job, you you don't usually drop it. I didn't have the mindset
Hmm.
that I have right now, and I was a little bit apprehensive to take it on. Eventually, I took a shift into real estate for a stint, and whilst practicing real estate, I was marketing for a real estate company. Um, a close friend of mine just brought the offer to me. He was now managing at Sajiko, and he gave me the offer, and I said, "Okay, well, no, why not?" You know. And since joining, it's really been quite an experience.
Interesting. So we're saying that insurance was not your first love, right? Initially.
Originally, no.
Interesting.
Originally, no.
And I always find it intriguing when people discover something that they're passionate about without going after it, right? It kind of finds them like it found you.
Hmm.
And I find it pretty,
Yep,
you know, y- interesting that it found you and now it has become your passion.
definitely.
All right. So, when did you start insurance? How long have you been in this business?
Okay, so I was officially contracted by the company in October of last year. So it's been about a year and a couple of months.
But okay, so let's go back into history because I always know that there are certain things in people's lives that inform their decisions in the future, even if they didn't know at the time that it was building them for that future. You spoke about a real estate gig, but before that, when you went to school, was there anything in your schooling that kind of informed getting into this type of business or into business in general?
Well, that's quite a story, yeah. Um, I've had a liking of business for quite some time, right? But I didn't always know that I would be going in this direction. For quite some time, I thought I might have gone into the medical field or the science field because my mother and my father are in those fields. Um, so I actually left St. Lucia, went to Cuba for quite some time, and I was looking into originally studying medicine, then I ended up in an engineering program. And from there, I decided that engineering was not really for me. So I came back to St. Lucia. I since then I'd forgotten about business. I didn't even remember that was a path. And I ended up while I was waiting for another program to get back into a medicine program in Mexico. I got into a short training program just for entrepreneurs. I figured it'd be interesting. If I must be honest, I thought there would have been an individual there. So I went there thinking that I would have been meeting this individual on a daily basis at this activity. The
Wow.
individual never showed up. Yeah, I know, right? But since I was there, I might as well make the most of it. So I was there. They put us into groups, and we were supposed to basically put together a business plan together and try to start it out, and then give a presentation on that business to a panel of professionals in various industries, also possible investors as well. Um, I came into the group not as enthusiastic, but coming to the end of the program, the person who was placed in charge of the group decided that they were out of there. They got a job, so they just jumped out of
Wow.
the entire program. And then the group was left without a head. So they basically put me in charge of it. I didn't really have much of a choice. We originally started in the back, and by the time of the end of the program, when we had to give our presentation, we ended on top, and we actually won that whole session, and we actually received, I think, around $3,000 to help in starting up
Wow.
a small business. So that was the first thing that kind of told me, okay, maybe I should be going in the direction of business. From there, I said I'd go to South Africa and maybe do a few courses while still waiting for the same confirmation from Mexico to go study medicine. When I got up there, there were no science courses available at all. And the only courses that were available were business courses. So I said, okay, well, there's an accounting course. I'm going to try the accounts. Let me see what it looks like. I did the accounts. I've never done accounts before, and I ended up topping the
Wow.
class. Right? That was the first time I'd ever topped a class, like from secondary school. So, like, Lord, are you telling me something? From there, I said, okay, well, whilst I'm waiting for that, I'm going to pray. I see this school here in St. Lucia called Monroe College. Love Monroe. If you get the opportunity to go there, definitely go try your best to get in. I applied and I prayed and I asked God, Lord, if this is your will, help me to get into the school, help me to get a job so I can pay for the school, and help me so I could get my license. And I ended up getting an offer that same week for a job in the licensing department where licenses are made.
Wow.
And then after that, when I got into schooling there because they accepted me, I ended up getting a scholarship. So I was like, okay, maybe, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. So I started a management program and then I eventually specialized, focused on finance. And since then, I've just been looking for opportunities in the finance realm,
And you found yourself in the ultimate finance field, right?
in the belly of the beast. That's right.